Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to tell you how KitKat bars are crafted. How is it possible for a company to sell millions of candy bars around the world every single day? Well, it's thanks to a highly efficient production process that has been honed over the years. So join us as we take you on a behind-the-scenes tour of a typical day at the KitKat factory and discover what goes into making one of the world's most beloved snacks. Step 1. The ingredients. It all starts with the finest quality ingredients. The KitKat recipe is simple yet effective, consisting of 4 main components: sugar, cocoa, milk, and wafer. Each of these ingredients is carefully selected and measured out in precise quantities to ensure that every bar is exactly the same. The sugar and cocoa are mixed together in giant industrial mixers, while the milk is heated and homogenized to make sure it's nice and creamy. The wafer is also made in large vats, where a special blend of flour, water, and sugar is cooked and whipped into a thin, crispy sheet. Step 2. Melting and mixing. Once the individual components are prepared, it's time to melt them together. The sugar and cocoa mixture is heated until it reaches a smooth and glossy consistency, at which point the milk is added and the whole thing is stirred until it's completely combined. This mixture, known as the chocolate temper, is then allowed to cool slightly before being pumped into a huge industrial conch. This machine is responsible for giving KitKat its signature smooth and creamy texture by whipping air into the chocolate. After a few minutes in the conch, the chocolate is ready to be poured onto the wafer. Step 3. Coating and cooling. Now that the chocolate has been prepared, it's time to coat the wafer in a thin layer of the delicious goodness. This is done by pouring the chocolate onto the wafer in a controlled manner to make sure that it spreads evenly. Any excess chocolate is then trimmed off and the bar is allowed to cool and harden. Once the chocolate has set, the bars are removed from the molds and are ready to be packaged. Step 4. Packaging. The finished bars are placed in individual wrappers and then boxed up, ready to be shipped to stores all over the world. The entire process from start to finish takes just a few minutes, and that's because the KitKat factory is equipped with some seriously impressive machinery. The production line is capable of producing up to 60,000 bars per hour, and that's just one line. Most factories have multiple production lines running at once to meet demand. But what makes the KitKat factory even more impressive is the level of quality control. Every bar that comes off the production line is checked to make sure it meets the high standards of the brand. If any bar fails to meet the standards, it's immediately removed from the line and discarded. This is why KitKat bars are so consistent and why you can be sure that every bar you buy will be just as good as the last. In conclusion, the next time you enjoy a KitKat bar, take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication that went into making it. From the careful selection of ingredients to the precise measurements and quality control checks, every step of the production process is designed to ensure that you get a delicious and consistent product. So here's to the unsung heroes of the KitKat factory, who make it possible for us to enjoy one of the world's most beloved snacks. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Now let's move on to the next interesting fact. Did you know that a KitKat was the first candy bar to be mass-produced? That's right, in 1935. The Rontrees company in the United Kingdom produced the first mass-produced candy bar, which they called a KitKat. Before this, candy bars were typically handmade, which made them expensive and difficult to distribute. But the invention of the KitKat changed everything. The mass production techniques used by Rontrees allowed them to produce a large quantity of candy bars quickly and cheaply. This made candy bars more accessible to the general public and paved the way for other companies to follow suit. So if you're enjoying your KitKat, take a moment to appreciate the innovation that brought this iconic treat to us.